29-yard line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Lets it fly. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. The run from the shotgun. Across the 25, he's got room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
Kennesaw State has a chance now on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Kennesaw State, 7, Air Force, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Racing down the left side.
Let's go.
Down,
Let's go.
Not content to get the fumble. They score with the fumble. And the extra point makes it 14-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Kennesaw State, 14, Air Force, 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here comes the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. On the option. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down. It's the 17. And the Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Going to the ground. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Third down conversions are a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. Inside the 10. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. How about that D coming up with a play like that? No midseason concentration labs here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Thomas back to pass. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. Goes to the option. Runs through a tackle. So after the 1st down run, here's 2nd down. The option look. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. And he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. They'll run it from the gun. And stiff arm got him a little space, but he'll be knocked down at the 11. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the 1st down. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on 1st down. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. He's got it again. And with that, the chain gang will get busy. 1st down, Kennesaw State. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Falcons. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but
got a little room. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Coming after him. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Thomas looking to fire. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. At the 35, he's open. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Falcons will send out the punt unit. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Stopped after making the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to...
And they got him for the sack.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Jumped on top of the pile. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Gets it out fast. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. This defense just can't get off the field. He'll take a shot. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score. Kennesaw State, 31.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it.
And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. They'll run play action. Fires on the run. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Falcons will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was, and they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Using his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's got his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He's got his man. They knock him down at the 40, but he picks up 5, and it'll be enough for a 1st down. They're bringing heat. Fires and picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. 1st down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man downfield. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got room on the return. The 20. Touchdown, Owls. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Kennesaw. And it'd be easy to say these 2 offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Now on the option. Got room at the 35. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the fullback. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Spits it out to the back. Working that left side now. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. They'll run the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Thomas back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. On the option. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run.
The fullback. This takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Pocket starts to collapse. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. From the gun. Fires one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After misfiring, it's second down. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the offense got themselves in a bad position to start, but a nice change up there, handing it off and getting a lot of the yardage back, David, now to set up third and at least a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, and when it's third and forever like that, I'm thinking pass. So great job slipping the run in.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. A low-line drive and not his best work. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Quarterback keeper. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. And the Falcons have pushed it inside the 20. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. They'll line up for a second down play. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Missed field goal, still down by 24. From the gun, running back gets to give. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He's going to take off. Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Takes the easy one to the back. At the 45 on his way. He's off to the races. Past the 10. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And the beatdown has ensued. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. They'll get down and put a stop for the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. He'll keep it himself. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. On 2nd down, wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch play?
That falls incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll run the option. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the option. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Looking to throw, it's Payne. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Gage. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Sweet feet on the move. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Goes to the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Do they have another 3rd down conversion in the bag? Already 2 for 2 on this drive. It's 3rd and 2. Caught near the sticks. It's Gage. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And I like it. 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
The Falcons will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. The option look. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for this offense. On the ground. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
He's right on target. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. 1st and 10 for the offense. They want that clock to run. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little far. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Fresno State is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 15 to James Madison. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. The back goes in motion. He's going to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Throws to the tight end. He's got it. Smashes through the tackle. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Payne. Looking left. Makes the grab. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Man, oh man, the offensive line probably just swelled up a little bit, relying on them on that type of fourth down play.
Oh, and in that kind of situation.
And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. He'll try to tack on one more. Splits those uprights right in half.
That makes the score Kennesaw State 48, Air Force 28.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Just this sophomore.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
And that last run leaves him with a third down. Will they keep it on the ground? Touch pass on the run. slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few